Hello guys, welcome back to another video of Poképastas. Today I'll be reading Depressing Insanity. Sylveon, they look cute and adorable on the outside, but on the inside, who knows what they're planning, plotting, wondering. It all started 2 weeks after Pokemon X and Y were released. I just got home from school and I decided to play some Pokemon Rumble Blast on my 3DS since I had no homework. I had not gotten Pokemon X or Y yet, but I was expecting to get it sometime soon. To my surprise, my mom walked in my room and showed me the brand new and still unwrapped Pokemon Y game. I was jumping for joy when she handed me the game, and I immediately started playing it. Once the main title screen appeared, I went through all usual Pokemon intros of the games. Professor Sycamore and asked for my gender, name, and hair color, which was female, Tauren, and black hair, since they didn't have dark brown as an option. After meeting my rivals and picking my starter, Fennekin, I continued to play through the game. I had always wanted a female Sylveon on my team. I don't know why, I just did. Their cute and fluffy appearance really stood out to me, so I just had to get one. I was getting pretty late, so I saved my game at Sillage City and shut my 3DS off. In the morning, when I woke up, I quickly got out of bed and picked up my 3DS. I turned it on and clicked on Pokemon Y. It sent me to the title screen and I continued with my game. I had recently caught a male Esper and got a male Charmander from Professor Sycamore in Lumio City. Today, my goal was to catch a female Eevee for my team, and eventually evolve it into a Sylveon. I ran from Sillage City to Route 10 to catch an Eevee, since I had just beat the gym leader. I should be able to move the rock with strength, so I can access the spot where Eevees were. I taught the HM strength to one of my Pokemon, and had them move that boulder out of the way. When I moved the boulder, I ran into the grass and found a male Eevee on my first try. I was surprised to see an Eevee, but I had realized it was a male, so I ran from it. Many wild encounters and many male Eevees later, I finally gotten tired of searching for a female Eevee. It just wouldn't show up, like as if it didn't want to, or maybe it was just never meant to be. I then found once again another male Eevee. Since I was getting tired of looking, I just decided to catch it. I threw some Ultra Balls at it, and with the third Ultra Ball, I caught it. I wasn't really happy that I caught the thing, but I guess it'll have to do. I had nicknamed the Eevee Sylvie since I was planning on evolving it into a Sylveon. After I looked at Sylvie's stats, I opened up Pokemon Amy and chose Sylvie to play with. I didn't really care for it. I had wanted a female, but now I guess I'm stuck with a male. I didn't look happy and didn't feel like that either. It really upset me when my face showed up on the camera on my 3DS. Sylvie's facial expression changed. It looked sad and worried. It didn't smile, and neither did he. I fed him some Pokepuffs and played games with him until he was all maxed out. He had full hearts, music notes, and full food. I began to run in the grass and battled a couple of Pokemon until Sylvie was ready to evolve. Sylvie evolved, but before he did, he looked really sad and depressed. It even looked like he was crying. This sort of confused me, but I blew it off as some glitch in the game. He began to evolve, and after a couple of seconds, a crying Sylveon appeared on the screen. When he let out his cry, it sounded really sad, dull, and depressing. After he evolved, I moved him to the back of my party and continued to play the game. 2 days after Sylvie evolved, I had beaten the Elite Four and the champion. The sad thing was that I didn't use Sylvie in any of their battles. He just sat in the very back of my party. He was the same level as Charcoal, my Charizard, which was level 67. I didn't really care about how I didn't use him in any battle. The feeling just never came to me. When I was looking at my Pokemon team's stats, after I had received the Chespin from Shauna, I noticed something really weird about Sylvie's sprite. He had red cuts all over his body, legs, ears, and tail. He was holding a sharp gray object with one of his ribbon-like feelers, and his eyes were black and with a red pupil, and they were bleeding. I also noticed some dark red pixels on the sharp gray object that he was holding. Was that blood? It had to be. What else could it be? I exited the stat screen and went to Pokemon Amy once again with Sylvie. Then he appeared on the screen. His left eye's red pupil was looking all the way to the left, while the right eye's pupil was looking all the way to the right. It looked like he had gone insane, which he did. Boxing appeared. Why couldn't you just love me? That's strange. Mostly text boxes didn't show up in Pokemon Amy. And what does he mean by that? I thought to myself. Another text box showed up. I may not be a female like you wanted, but I have feelings too. Okay, this is getting weird. How did he know I wanted a female? Why does he look like he's been cutting himself? So many questions left unanswered. But one last text box showed up. Why can't you love me for me? To this point, I was starting to freak me out. Sylvie's depressed frown had turned into a wicked and insane grin that stretched from cheek to cheek. The grin revealed his demonically sharp teeth. His head started to shake extremely fast, like as he was glitching out. I then had noticed that one of his feelers were ripped. He had cut his own feeler in half? Dang, it looks like it hurt. Sylvie sat up straight without moving, just staring into my soul with his demonic eyes and grin. In a matter of seconds, all the cuts on his body just began to bleed intensely. The screen then glitched out like crazy, to where I can barely even recognize Sylvie on the screen. My speakers then let out a funny, fuzzy, high-pitched Sylveon cry that was making me want to throw my 3DS across the room. But if I did, I would break it. The loud noise stopped and the 3DS had sent me back to the title screen of Pokemon Y. I clicked continue and opened up my party once my trainer appeared on the screen. I noticed that Sylvie wasn't there. I sighed in relief, knowing that the thing was out of my party. I exited my team and a text box showed up once again. Can you be happy now? Happy without me? All I wanted was to be accepted. But I guess things don't always turn out the way things are planned. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Or is it? That last part made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Somehow, I knew that text box was Sylvie's. It had to be Sylvie's. My screen instantly cut to a black screen. I realized that my 3DS shut off. I took the cartridge out of the 3DS and I set it on a shelf in my room. And when I did, I could have swore I heard a male whisper echo throughout the room saying, "Accept me now." Okay, thank you so much for watching.